Hi guys, how you going? We're here today to make a video on behalf of the concerned workers of Smeaton Grange, so you guys get a better understanding of what a no vote means and what it means to vote yes. My personal opinion is this needs to be a no vote. It's going to be detrimental to walk back in this shed with a non-union agreement.
Coles is now running another non-union agreement. In October, we voted it down. Coles decided that this time around they're going to try the same thing without union endorsement, without negotiating correctly with the union. They're just going to run the same thing to a vote with you. What does this mean? As an active move for the company to try and erode the power that the union has within the company, within the site, and at large. My position is vote no. Why? I believe that while we're still out here, we have an opportunity to change the outcome.
A non-union ballot will not only be disastrous for Smeaton Grange, but sheds everywhere. By eroding the union now will make us weak and vulnerable when we go in the future.
We aren't just fighting for a good redundancy package. We're fighting against victimisation. We're fighting for our rights when we get back to work.
Clause 9. There's been questions about where Clause 9 came from. Clause 9 came out of a discussion that took place in Parramatta prior to the first vote that we had. Clause 9 was an intention from us to ensure that the company has a no harm, no foul approach to any actions taken by people on the picket. What you've seen in writing is very clear. Coles is intending to write people up on the basis of what they're doing outside here, over in the other sheds. They're sitting there saying that they're not going to pay you for this period of time, but they still want to enforce their principles, their rules, their code of conduct when you're not working for them. They lock you out, but they still want to be the cops over you. But understand, if they do issue final warnings to people, what that's going to do is put people's jobs in a position of jeopardy. No question about it. You've all been there, you've seen it, you know how they operate. When they escalate. You do something wrong on a final and you're gone.
It'll be like Oprah. You get a DR, you get a DR, you get a first and final. Ensure that you vote no.
What they have done is bullied you, pushed you into the corner, and vote yes. Do you want to go back in there and be bullied? No.
We're fighting for the next generation of workers. We're fighting for our families. We're fighting for our kids so that their conditions don't deteriorate in the future.
Coles has barely budged on the redundancy package and has completely ignored the costless claims that ensure job security.
Coles made record profits in the pandemic financial year. What we're asking for is like a drop in the ocean to what they want to get.
Now everyone decided to walk out on the basis of Coles not coming to the table. Coles still haven't come to the table. We need to think about how we're going to try and operate to get them in to talk to us legitimately, fairly, and openly. They're holding a gun to your head. That's simple as that. That's not negotiation, that's ransom.
We understand that there's some people left now that are that have had to go and get jobs, and that's admirable, to pay your bills, support the family. What you need to also understand that is just because you can't be here 24 hours a day doesn't mean you can't vote no. A strong no vote gives us the power to say to Coles, enough is enough. We really need a strike fund to stop Coles from starving us out so that you don't have to work as much and you can be part of any actions that we take. The UWU and other unions should be able to take collections for us to help us in the fight. So basically it's all about saying to Coles, no, we don't accept your dodgy deal. We want to have a part in what we agree on, and Coles coming to the table to talk to us will help in that. So vote no.
Unfortunately, going to the Fair Work Commission for any sort of justice or fairness is just not an option, as they're always going to side with the company.
Don't let Coles divide us. Vote no to a non-union agreement.
Hey team, remember what we walked out for and what we have now? Don't let Coles divide us. Vote no for a non-union agreement.
Don't let Coles divide us. Vote no to a non-union agreement.
When we go back in on our terms, not a Coles non-union agreement which will hand management the stick to beat us with. Vote no, guys, and we deserve better. We all do.
All right, guys, just remember, remain united. Do not let Coles divide us. We do not want to go back in that shed with the non-union agreement. All the best, guys.